again, dit is Marianah Lourens met Kuns en Vermaak. Yes, Marianah Lourens with Art and Entertainment. Once again, we're in the green room, although I'm surrounded by a lot of purple here. Although I can see the walls are green, but it's the green room of the little theatre inside the Athenaeum. It's Bay FM 107.9, and we are going to be chatting to the actors, actually the leads, from Beauty and the Beast. Laura Croft, she was a director. Laura, so nice to have you guys here.
Thank you for having us.
I enjoyed the show so much. So let me start with Brennan, because he's sitting right across the way from me. And of course, he was the Beast.
I was.
And I must say, he doesn't look like a beast.
I'm so glad.
Of course, I'm so happy you're glad. And then there's Otlile Mevana.
Yes, ma'am.
And she was Belle. The beautiful Belle, the gentle, lovely Belle, the kind, soft Belle.
Yes.
It was so nice also seeing you in that role. You did it well.
Tried.
Tried. Yes, you had to try. And here we have Gaston. And this is OJ. He says I can call it OJ. He says I can say Osagyefo.
Yes, that's...
Osagyefo. I wrote it down here. He's Osagyefo, but OJ is much...
It is much easier, yes.
OJ is quite sexy, I think.
Not to be confused with OJ Simpson.
No, that's the whole thing. He was quite a hunk. I don't know now. He's older now.
Yeah, I think that's controversial.
No, I'm not talking about his behavior.
Oh, yeah, his looks,
I'm talking about his looks.
Handsome man.
Yeah, that's why he got into trouble. But while I've got you now, OJ, the role of Gaston. Tell us a little bit about Gaston's character, because maybe people have never seen the show Beauty and the Beast, although we all grew up with it. Grannies know it and moms know it. Tell us about Gaston's role and a little bit about Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, so Gaston is the guy who actually is deeply in love with himself, but he also likes Belle. The thing about Gaston is that he's very arrogant. He's a very arrogant character, and he wants to get his way at all costs. And the thing with Gaston is that his character, he kind of wants to be the center of attention. And so all the other characters kind of fawn over him because he's this handsome guy. But in reality, he's actually not a good person at all. He ends up wanting to kill the Beast, and then he leads to his own demise. So that's kind of the story of Gaston.
But he's in love with himself.
He's in love with himself, yes.
Yeah.
And he also happens to like Belle. I think the reason why is because Belle is the most beautiful girl in the village.
Everybody wants it.
And he's the most beautiful man in the village.
As far as he's concerned.
Yeah. As far as he's concerned. So it's kind of like, okay, now I need to be with her because she's the most beautiful.
Yes, and she's got to want to be with me. Right?
Yeah,
because
of course.
I'm so beautiful.
Exactly.
I'm so irresistible.
Yeah, everyone wants to be.
He's totally irresistible, this one. And Belle, you are, of course, being kind and soft-natured. You are friendly to everybody.
Yes.
So tell us how you reacted to Gaston.
Belle does not like Gaston. She thinks he's a bit too self-centered. He cares only about himself. So she falls in love with the Beast. And during her stay at the castle, she has to be the soft, kind little girl, but at the same time stand up for herself because she's lost her father and her freedom all in one day. So she has to adapt to the change in her life currently.
But she knew Gaston before she knew the Beast.
Yes.
So she always kind of shunned him.
Yes.
So he had to suck it up.
Yeah, he just had to.
And then you landed in the Castile.
Yes, in the castle.
In the castle.
With Lumiere, Cogsworth, Mrs. Potts, Chip, Babette, and Madame de la Grande Bush. They helped her adjust to the castle life and made her feel like it's her second home since she didn't stay at the village anymore. And then she fell in love with the prince.
But immediately? No.
No, there were so many challenges.
Because isn't he quite a boring looking? Okay.
Yes, he was. The Beast is like a stone wall. He's like a brick wall. He's just always there. He wants things his way, or it's the highway. So he wanted her to go for dinner and she said no. And then eventually they had dinner together. And he had this library for her since Belle loves reading books. And he had a library full of books. And then they read a book together called King Arthur. It's one of Belle's favorites. Even though the beast couldn't read, she read it to him.
Only a long time ago.
That's how he got into her good books.
Yes.
Because at first was resistance. And now Brennan, being the beast, of course your face was masked most of the time.
Yeah.
And because you were so ugly, I suppose.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, the mask was quite a challenge actually to be able to perform pretty much the whole show in the mask. That last scene where he transforms back into a human, into the prince. It's supposed to be the scene where the audience sees him transform from like this beast into like this new reborn character. And I wasn't acting in that part. I really felt like I was being reborn because taking off that mask and being able to have that short little scene, like just my normal face was like the highlights of the whole thing for me.
You became the character.
Yeah.
Which is actually key.
The Beast is such a complex character though, to embody his emotions and how he developed as his character development.
Because he didn't choose his circumstances.
Yeah.
So all of that comes out a little bit and the audience start having sympathy with him.
Yeah.
Only towards the end.
Yeah, when he pulls his act together a bit.
Yes. But he wasn't as ugly inside as what they thought he was.
Yeah.
Because it came as a total revelation that he was actually this amazing.
Yeah.
But people must go and see this Beauty and the Beast whenever they can because there are movies, there are stage plays. There's been lots of shows. I mean, I grew up even with it. And I'm a granny.
It's just been the 35-year celebration of that.
Yes.
30 years.
And what about you, Laura? Now you direct the show and got it together.
Yeah, it was a fantastic adventure, should I say. We worked with grade 4 children up to grade 12, and it's our first show we've done since 2019. And we did Into the Woods before COVID. So it was our big show post-COVID, which was very exciting. And we decided to use it, actually stage it in our school hall. That was exciting, adapting our hall to cater for this production. And it was amazing to work with the different age groups, also to see the interaction and bonding between the different age groups from grade 12 to grade 4 and watching them develop and grow. And I think you can see the importance. Yeah, the importance of the
so much talent.
Yeah.
I was in awe.
Yes.
But what struck me the most is that you made that space work. Because it's not as if it's a hall with a stage, with a backstage.
Yes.
Not even a rise kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. You had to totally transform it.
You had to transform it. And your backstage had to be outside through the audience.
Yes.
So when they wanted to go out, because you can't all hide somewhere behind a curtain.
Yes.
Because it's a big cast.
Yeah,
How big
we
was
tried.
it?
I was about to say the cast is already hiding behind the curtains.
Yeah, so there's no room for backstage. Yeah.
Some you could.
Yes.
But the thing is, when you've got 20 kids or characters having to come off, they can't all hide behind that flimsy little... It wasn't that flimsy, but small.
Yes.
And only 2 or 3 people at a time could effectively hide behind it.
Yes, yeah.
So that to me was absolutely amazing. And the kids did so well with that.
Yes.
And they had to have their backstage basically outside in the fresh air.
Yes.
And thank goodness the weather was nice then. It wasn't raining. Did we have a few drops then? I don't think we did.
It was beautiful.
I don't think we did.
In fact, it was too hot. Us on stage, we were like...
It was hot.
Yeah.
Of course, you do get hot when you're on stage, always. And the
mask.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Of course, the sweating below the mask.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm going to ask you, OJ, about because we just actually spoke backstage, shall I say, we spoke about a show that we were in together.
Yes.
And that was Jack and the Beanstalk.
Jack and the Beanstalk.
And we actually can't remember each other because it's so long ago, because you were just a little...
Yeah, little baby boy.
Primary school baby boy, little baby boy. And we had such fun with Jack and the Beanstalk, and we did it in this theatre.
Yeah, we did.
And this was our backstage over here, so you know it well.
I do. The smells and everything.
Yes, and remember the orchestra was through there in the orchestra pit, and it's a really nice theatre to perform in.
It's a lovely theatre.
Very nice. And then how did you get into acting and performing?
I've always been into acting and performing, mostly because I'm a musical person. My parents were both very musical. Me being me and my personality, my mom decided, no, I need to put my son into acting. So I did do some acting classes when I was very young. And then from there, I went and did some shows when I was younger. In junior school, in the intermediate phase from grade 4 to grade 7, I didn't do much acting. But in high school, I remember grade 8, I did Into the Woods, which was absolutely incredible. I enjoyed every single aspect of it. It was, and I was Jack. Brennan and I both had the same roles. Jack and
we played two characters.
The prince. So it was lovely. I've always enjoyed acting. I think because of the personality that I am, I'm a loud, bubbly person. I transform on the stage. I really enjoy acting. So,
of course, you're having your parents being in music.
Yeah.
Are they musicians?
No, not musicians, but they're just musical people. My aunt, though, she's a musician.
Yes.
Yeah, she's a musician. She's currently in Canada now. But my whole family just live around music all the time. It's just.
I mean, usually they tell me they were in the church choir.
Yeah, my mom was in the church choir. Yes. And she was a dancer as well.
You see, there you go.
Yeah.
You couldn't escape.
No, I couldn't escape. I had to.
It's not
I had to be.
If it's not your mom, then it's your granny dragging you into the church choir, the Sunday school choir, whatever.
Yeah.
That's what happens to most children. And then they get a taste of singing, say, in front of an audience, you can say.
Yeah.
And then it grows from there. So, but you branched out into, are you also doing music?
I did play an instrument. I'm currently in the band. The jazz band. I play the drums. I played the drums up until I think grade 5 or 6. Or grade 5 drums, and then I decided to take a break from drums because I needed to focus on academics, but I still wanted to play, so which is why I'm in the band currently. I'm still very passionate about it, and when I get the opportunity to, I always want to play.
And you love the drums.
Oh, I love the drums.
And the drums.
It's also part of my personality. Like I said, I'm a loud person, so just hitting those drums is a really good release for me.
And a drummer will be a drummer.
Drummer will be a drummer.
Absolutely. Now, Otlile, how did you get into it?
Growing up, I just loved singing. I was in school choir since I was 6 years old. So I've never stopped singing. But trying to audition for Beauty and the Beast, I had a phobia of mics. I was so scared of microphones. I couldn't sing into a microphone. So then for my birthday this year, my mom got me this whole microphone speaker music set type of thing, and then she installed it in the house. So then I just had to practice and practice and practice. And then for the dancing, she's a dancer, so she just taught me a couple of steps. So that's how I got majority.
You also couldn't escape with your mom being a dancer.
No, I couldn't. Everybody in our family is involved with music somehow. It's either you dance, or you sing, or you play an instrument. So there's no way of escaping it.
No escaping it.
No.
And you're not going to stop soon.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
What grade are you in now?
I'm in grade 11.
Okay, so next year's your matric year, you have to concentrate on
academics.
Yes. What grade are you in?
I'm in matric. Yeah.
He knows. It's very tough
difficult.
Doing a show in your matric.
It was almost like I had to. It was my last show.
Yeah, it is our last.
And also considering that the last show I was in, or the last school production I was in, was in grade 8. So I almost felt like I had to. You know, it was my last year, and I loved acting.
Full circle moment.
Yeah, full circle moment. You know, from grade 8 to matric, I've just been doing acting. So it's like, it's finally come full circle.
And majority of our leads were in matric.
It's my last show. Not going to say no.
I actually even said to OJ in the beginning of this year when it was all starting, it's so nice we got to start high school together in a play, and then we got to finish high school together in a play. So
that's wonderful. So you also in matric.
Yes,
but where did it begin for you?
Again, my whole family is just so musical. My mom actually studied music, and she went into music teaching after varsity. from music teaching, she actually bought a drama company. And she is the she's the principal, of said drama company. She works a lot in the music and drama world. And she got me to start music when I was in grade 1.
Brennan, what is your mom's name?
Vicky Stroud.
I thought it was Vicky Stroud.
Yes.
Now, Vicky, we are skinnering about you. I'm sure she'll be pleased.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard about her a lot and it's loved and people just absolutely love her skills and what she passes on to the young people is just absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And now you're in matric, and what you're going to do after matric?
I'm hoping to study something in the arts, but probably more visual arts, so like fine art. But I definitely want to
Creative art.
Yeah, creative arts. But I definitely want to continue with my music and hopefully join the NMU orchestra.
And what instrument is your love?
I play piano and violin. I'm going to join the orchestra and the choir. Done music for literally my whole life. So to stop now, I don't think I'd be able to.
But now the creative, what is it? Drawing? Is it sculpting? Is it?
Yeah, like fine art and also fashion. So like very visual kind of stuff.
Very creative.
Yeah.
Like making patterns and let people wear them.
Yeah.
Seeing the garment, making the pattern.
That's it.
Yes, design.
I actually just finished a project now where I was where I was my own model, which was interesting.
So you have to make it your size.
Yeah.
So no one else can model your clothing.
That's it. Yeah.
That's wonderful. What are you going to do?
I'm probably going to go into
OJ?
Economics next year, do something related to finance.
You're going to get a real job. Because that's what your parents say. And
that's actually what I want to do.
That's actually what I all say you must get a real job.
No,
study art.
I've always been busy in my life. So next year I've already committed to doing everything at university. So I want to continue playing hockey. I want to continue doing acting. I want to try join the orchestra if I can, or play drums for as long as I can, just so I can keep myself busy, because all the things that I do in my life, it's actually what keeps me going. So, like acting as well is one of the things that really keeps me going. And
but you
I need
also
to be
want
busy.
to play hockey.
I want to do everything. I want to do everything.
Well, he's just earned his honours in all-round excellence. So he really does everything.
Yes. I mean, James Fulbrook was with you.
Yes,
He was the clock. We were together in Matilda, and he was the understudy for Bruce, and then he was such a good Bruce. But he liked to play rugby and hockey and cricket.
He does everything as well.
And then he just wanted to please his mom, and then he ended up being in a big stage show. And look at him now.
Yeah, I know.
Then we also
and he was so good.
about James.
He was so good.
He was incredible.
So nice skinnering about James. And so are you thinking yet what you're going to do after matric? Because you've now got a whole year and a half
Perhaps
to think about it.
Something in accounting, like a BCom in accounting, or probably neuroscience.
Neuroscience. Wow. When I said your parents say you've got to get a real job, she was shaking and she was nodding because that's what they say.
Yeah.
So you might as well go for it all. Neuroscience.
Yes. That's crazy.
And Laura, we've got like about 3 minutes left because about 10 minutes ago, my techie said we've got 5 minutes left. So I don't know if we've got a minute even. How did you get into it?
Well, I started when I was in preschool. I did drama with Robin Williams.
Of course. Robin, we're talking about you as well.
So I did drama with her for many, many years. And then at school also just threw myself into the theatre, and then studied marketing, and then studied teaching. And now I'm doing what I love. I've got the best job ever, I think.
Yes.
A little bit of everything. And so from house plays at school to musicals and all of that, it's just kept going, which has been absolutely amazing.
But you also did marketing, so if you have to do a real job, you can. But what do you teach?
So I do the marketing at Priory, and then I also teach drama, and I teach grade 8 English. So it's the most fantastic, diverse job.
Yes, wonderful.
All little bits of everything I love, so it's divine.
So I'm going to give each of you a last word, but really it's got to be just a last word, starting with you, OJ.
It's been wonderful doing this play. I've really enjoyed every single aspect of it, and hopefully I'll continue acting again in the future.
We watch this space. Yes, we watch it. What about...
It was the best experience. From bickering to getting along together. It was just fantastic. I hope I get to come back for the next play in 2025.
Yeah, but you've still got next year. Yes. Who knows? There may be a little play for you in
Yes.
Otlile. We'll watch your space as well. And Brennan, last word?
Yeah, it was just so wonderful to end off my school career with doing another major production, and these are memories that I will cherish forever. And it was just such a pleasure working alongside everyone, and especially you guys.
And Brennan, we'll be watching the catwalks.
Glad.
A last word from you, Laura?
It was an amazing adventure, and I think working with all the young children and watching them all develop and grow themselves and blossom and bond and was amazing, and that's what's important in life. I think
that is what's important.
They benefit hugely from this
and
kind
I
of
think
thing.
in the arts it's therapeutic.
Yes.
And God is good.
Yeah.
He looks after us.
Absolutely.
Whatever we try, He's there.
Yes.
So I just want to say be blessed. Thank you so much for
Thanks
coming.
for having us.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us.
It's been fun, and I just love the show, and please don't stop.
Thank you.
So thank you, Laura.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brennan. Thank you, I must say, like Otlile.
Yes.
And thank you, Osagyefo.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Osagyefo. Thank you. Now time for me, Marianah Lourens, to say goodbye with art and entertainment. Ja, Marianah Lourens wat nou groet met kuns en vermaak en arrivederci.